Hello, welcome to our featured segment of Superfights Series, brought to you by AbdiSports with commentary from me, Martin Tyler, and Abdiyusuf Jama. And we've got coverage of a really special matchup today with an expected audience of 3 billion viewers tuning in, with Luffy in his Gear 4 Snakeman mode, facing up against Naruto in his Sage of Six Paths mode. I have to say I've followed the journey of both of these great men quite closely, and I've really grown to have immense fondness of just by how they carry themselves as champions, and this is really a match of champions, isn't it, Abdi?
Yes, Martin, you're absolutely right. This is a match of champions. And just like the last Superfight series between Goku and Luffy, I think there is little to separate these two in terms of their quality, and it's no wonder that this is reflected in the odds makers, with no clear winner predicted in this fight. But yeah, I have to say, this is a matchup at the most elite level, and I'm really looking forward to how this one plays out.
It certainly is going to be an intriguing one, but let's provide a preview of one of the fighters, Naruto. In total, in his fights, he has lost 3 times. Some of these were not in his Sage of Sixth Paths mode. For instance, in his first fight with Sasuke, which he lost, he took the form of being in the one-tailed cloak. And also in his battle where he was teaming up with Sasuke against the brilliance of Itachi and the dangerous Kisame, Naruto was only able to use the chakra shroud of the 9 tails, which had not even developed into the one-tailed cloak yet. However, in his fight with Jigen, where he did enter into the Sage of Sixth Path state, but both he and Sasuke combined were both outclassed by Jigen. If we have a look at his fighting style in this form in his previous fights, it's clear, he is more of a striker and is equally adept at striking with both his hands and feet. He is a very smart fighter, has high fight IQ, and uses strategy well in battle. Often seen manipulating and deceiving, he also has a telepathic understanding with his team and is able to deploy this in battle using his shrewd sense of judgment and quick thinking to outwit his opponents and defeat them. Naruto also has the ability to predict and sense incoming attacks. This was one of the first changes that came when he had evolved into the 9 Tails chakra mode. His speed and agility in this form is unlike anything I've ever seen, and this can potentially be a problem for Luffy in his Snakeman form. And the way he was able to easily dismantle Kisame, something he of course was too weak to do as a child, was a sign of just how stronger he had become.
Now let's take a look at our next fighter, Monkey D. Luffy, in his Snakeman form. This is in his Advanced Gear 4 form, which is only revealed if the enemy is an extremely strong opponent. No doubt Naruto in his Sage of Six Paths form is a worthy adversary, and he'll no doubt need to show this form if he is to win. Let's take a look at his record. He has lost 11 times, double-digit losses. This is in comparison to Naruto, who has only lost 3 times. But you also got to take into account that he was able to avenge most of those losses, except Akainu, Aokiji, and Magellan, which no doubt he will still be looking to avenge against. All of those losses, however, were not in his Snakeman form, where has only lost once in this form against Bullet.
If we take a look at Luffy's fighting style in this particular form, he is very much a volume fighter and can often overwhelm his opponents by the amount of strikes he can get off on them per second. A really astonishing stat had come out recently was that in each of his fights with his last 3 opponents, he was able to land on average 1,000 strikes per minute, which is truly unbelievable. But then again, when you look back at his fight replays, it's not hard to understand why, as it's impossible to follow his every punch just because of the incredible speed he is able to shower his punches on his opponents with, and if that wasn't enough, The awkward angles that these punches can arrive from make it twice as hard to defend against, as these punches can come from many different angles. So even if Naruto's lightning speed in his Sage of Sixth Paths form may be able to evade these punches, what will be very difficult for him is knowing where these punches can come from. And so, whilst Luffy may not be able to replicate Naruto's shadow clone jutsu, Luffy's strikes, which can come at you faster than a speeding bullet with an average of 1,000 strikes per minute, means Luffy can easily nullify Naruto's shadow clone. So for me, where this fight will be decided is in terms of strategy, where I feel like the longer this fight plays out, the more of an advantage Luffy has, as he has shown that in each of his previous fights, he is able to get more of a read on his opponents the longer the fight plays out.
What also hasn't been mentioned is that Luffy has greater battle experience in one-on-one combat compared to Naruto, where most of Naruto's previous victories have come with the help of his teammates. And so with this being a one-on-one battle, this experience will give Luffy the advantage. However, when it comes to striking, it is clear that Naruto's striking is superior to Luffy's. And if Naruto is able to find a way to get on the inside and make it a striking battle, Naruto wins. It's as simple as that. However, if Luffy is able to stay on the outside, keep his distance and fight at range, Luffy with his huge reach advantage wins all day long. So I agree with you, Martin. It definitely is a match of strategy more than anything else. And that is where it will be decided. So who's your winner for this fight, Martin?
I feel I will go with Luffy again this time. I just feel Luffy's battle experience is going to be a huge advantage, and although Naruto's lightning speed will give him a slight edge, I just feel Luffy will be able to get shots off at Naruto. And the last point I want to make is that we haven't seen Naruto go through proper adversity in the same way Luffy has in each of his battles. So for me, I'm going to go with Luffy Gear 4 Snakeman mode as the winner. Who do you have as your winner for this one, Abdi?
For me, I'm going to go with Luffy. I just feel Luffy has more tools in his locker. However, I do see Luffy taking a lot of punishment in the early stages of this fight, simply because of Naruto's lightning speed and superior striking, where if they trade shots in the pocket, I really can see Naruto really putting some serious damage on Luffy. But if Luffy is able to get some distance between them and realize he is no match for Naruto when it comes to a striking battle, Luffy wins. Because if he can strike from a distance and at range, using Black Mamba and Hidara, I can't see Naruto having an answer to this, particularly because, as you mentioned earlier, these punches come at speed, which although may not be an issue for Naruto because of his own speed, but because of the awkward angles in which these punches arrive from, Naruto will really struggle to anticipate this, even with his exceptional speed. And whilst Naruto does have unhuman-like powers such as the massive Rasengan, where if it connects can cause some serious damage, Luffy has been able to dodge bullets in a less powerful form than his Gear 4 Snakeman. So this particular power may not be a deciding factor in this battle. So for me, my winner in this battle is going to be Luffy in his Gear 4 Snakeman mode.
So that's the conclusion of this battle over, and Luffy in Gear 4 Snakeman wins. If you like this video, please give it a like, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, so that way you can get the bell notifications next time I release a similar video like this, and also you'll be contributing to helping my channel grow. Also check out the link tree below to follow my other social media accounts on TikTok and Instagram, as I'm also trying to grow these platforms as well. And I do plan to release exciting upcoming content for you all. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.